understand is that I'm going to be discussing some information with regards to assignments, the workshops. It's just some nitty-gritty admin that we need to get out the way first before we jump into our exercise for today. Okay. All right, so the first thing we need to discuss. If you go to Gradebook, every time we do a workshop, you'll notice that you're going to get marked for this workshop. Sadly, the first workshop didn't go too well. Okay, I'm going to discuss why it didn't go too well. Okay, so firstly, guys, what's happening in the background? I'm just going to open this tab as well, just to explain. So you upload your documents to Teams. Let me just open up Teams. Let me go back one. Sorry, it should have been in here. Should just, yeah, okay, Teams. Okay. Okay, so when you guys upload your files into those folders I'm giving you, you need to stick to that naming convention that I've specified. Don't try and give it another name, because I know it's going in that folder, and I do not have the time to go through every single. I actually use it's like an algorithm that takes out your details and it automatically marks it for me. And then I just double check if the post has been done correctly. Okay, I don't have the time to go through every person's name. So the naming convention, sorry, that's OKU 300. The naming convention is actually very important. So I'm just going to show you what's going on. But please, you've got time to rename these and fix this and your marks will improve. You'll get the right mark if you've done it. Okay. Going forward, I'm not going to give you that much leeway, but I will give you guys a week to complete a workshop in essence, because I know you get sick, things happen, life happens, I know that, okay? So I'm not going to be super strict. If you do the exercise in a month's time, I will still mark it within reason, okay? So if I go to student files, I just want to show you guys what's going on. So you'll see that the naming convention's all over the place. So my map this, and then that, and then, it's all over the place. Okay, so if you go back to OKU, and I go back to the contents, and let's just go back to contents, I'll go back to the class, but I'll fix this. As you guys fix this, I will fix your marks. Okay, so if you go back to semester 1, workshop 2, for example, and you go and read the instructions, I'll try and make this clear as possible. So for example, you just name your file like that. That's all you do. You put it in the right folder. If you've named your file correctly, my Excel sheet pulls your information automatically. If it doesn't pull through, you get a 0. Okay. So just stick to the naming convention. You can fix your PDFs, just rename them to the correct naming convention. Okay. So every exercise we'll do the same thing. So this week we're doing exactly the same thing again. We're just taking it to the next level now. Okay, so I've given you the folder that you uploaded to. If you still can't access Teams, please come and we need to get this resolved quite soon, because there's a lot of important information that will be happening on Teams as well. Okay. All right, so I just want you guys to understand that if you name these files correctly, your marks will get allocated correctly. Okay, so if the naming conventions doesn't work, look, there can be little errors. I'll look past those and try, but I know you can't do it perfect every time. But if I was you, I'll make a little file that's got your name ready to go, and you just copy and paste it every time and drop the folder in. Okay. Guys, what's nice about this, you can access your files at any time and use them again, rename them, and use them in other projects. Okay. So don't be alarmed at the moment at your gradebook. But I'll keep an eye on this. Remember that 70% of continuous evaluation for the end of the year gets critical. So if you're doing the workshops and you're getting 100%, 100%, 100%, it's going to help you out at the end of the year as well, hey? Especially if you're struggling with some of the concepts. It's going to get a bit complicated in the middle of the year. All right. Cool. Okay, so today, before I start the exercise, I just want to demo something. I just want to explain why we're going down this road. Okay. I had a quick chat with the people in the computer lab regarding what's changed in our industry. A lot of this we need to start learning GIS. We need to understand geographical systems. Okay, so this is very important to understand. A lot of the BIM software you're going to be using is going to require some basic knowledge of GIS. Okay, so if you've just got a basic understanding of a coordinate system, a projected system, then this will be a lot easier to grasp when you're using more advanced software later down the road. But I just want to highlight the power of using this open source tool and what you can actually develop and build in the software. Okay, so I'm just going to open up QGIS. And by the way, every project we do in the building, I'm building a database that you guys can go and access that information. So like Crane Park, all of those projects that we're doing around Pretoria, I'm building databases and data sets that you can all access and use for your own projects. So a lot of the legwork's been done. So aerial photographs, contours, building footprints. Okay, a lot of that stuff which takes a long time to put together. You've all done it a bit now. You understand it's hard to find data here and there. But we're just trying to establish a starting point for you to all go and access some data and start your projects. Okay. So I'm just going to wait for QGIS to load quickly. While it's loading, I just want to show you where you can get a lot of this data from. Okay, I just want to explain where the data is stored. You will notice in OKU 200 in the support tab, I've built in a BIM library tab. Okay, so this BIM library accesses a massive database of all the BIM libraries for the whole department. And it's for Revit, AutoCAD, ArchiCAD, you name it. But if you go to GIS, for example, it's been doing this. Sorry, this has been a bit buggy. I've noticed that Teams of late in the department's been very buggy. Okay, that's working. Okay, if you go to projects, for example, yeah, the internet is slow. Come on. Okay, I was going to show you online. I think it'll be easier. Okay, so Teams Online. Let's try this again. All right, BIM library. Oh dear. Okay, let me just try to refresh this quickly. 2 seconds. Okay, BIM library. Okay, it should work. No, it's not working. All right. Okay, I'm just going to take you straight to the source then. Easier that way. This should start working. If there's a problem today, please, I'll try and see if we can get that resolved. But actually, this BIM library is located... Oh, everything's down. So this is internet issues. Okay, guys, we'll get back to this. I'll see if we can get this resolved. Okay. Okay, that's a problem. Anyway, I'm going to show you my computer because I've linked this to my own computer. Alright, so BIM library, OKU. What's nice about this library, you can link all of this information to your computer. So you can take parts of this database and link it to your own OneDrive, and you can access it directly there. So here are the current projects we've got going on in the building. So it's Pretoria Boys High that you're all going to be working on after this project, by the way. So Pretoria Boys High, there's a whole lot of, the whole University of Pretoria is here. Okay, so we're going to start building a series of project database where you can just pull in all the data from this database. So, by which I mean, I'm going to start a new blank project. I just want to see if I've got some plugins. I might need some plugins for this. I go to OneNote. I'm going to share this with you as well because I think this is quite important to understand and what plugins you can get and how they work. Okay, I'll demo this later. Alright, so I'm going to set this up properly and just show it. But I'm just going to start a blank project. I'm going to show you quickly how quickly I can put a project together based on this database. Okay, so C drive. If you're using the lab machines, by the way, the OneDrive is located and uses your student number. And then if you scroll down, OneDrive University. Sure, the internet is battling. Okay. So you're going to go to OKU. So you're going to go to BIM library. These are links, by the way, GIS. So I'm going to go and grab this project data. Okay, so I'm going to go to, let's grab this, Future Africa. Great. So I can open the project there, but I can also access this data, which is great. So I'm going to open the data. Just note that it will download this data. You'll see that it's going to start downloading this information. So just bear in mind this might be a bit slow. So I'm just going to pull in the digital elevation model that I made for this exercise. Okay, you guys are going to build these today. Just a trick, what I do is when I'm learning software, I build these, so I actually build these OneNotes. So as I'm working, I build little notes. I build a whole series of instructions how I do this. Just so if I need to go back and find information, I can always go back and find, okay, so there's a whole lot of these that I'm busy building. But I want to give you one that's for QGIS as well, which will have a whole lot of notes that you guys can just follow. So I'm just going to wait for this to load. This is a very large file, by the way. So these digital elevation models get quite large, okay, depending on the resolution that you're using. Okay, so we'll just have to wait for that to download. But there is a way, if you want this permanently on your machine, you want to avoid this from downloading, just remember this will swamp your computer space. So just be careful. If you right click on this folder in OneDrive, you can say always keep on device. So by enabling that, all this data is always going to be on that computer. Unfortunately, the lab machines reset every time, so you'll have to download it again. But on your own computers, you can create a permanent connection to the data and it'll never download the information. So whatever updates online, it will automatically transfer it to your computer. Okay, so you won't have this problem of downloading. Okay, you can see it's going to take a bit of time for this to download. Okay, I can see OneDrive. There's something wrong with Microsoft at the moment. Okay, wait, we'll see if this will work or not. Yeah, this is going to take a bit of time. All right. Okay, I should have maybe made these permanent on this machine. Okay, let's see. All right, you can see there's a lot of data here that it needs to download. Okay, guys, I'll see why this is doing this. Yeah, it's very slow. All right. Okay, in the meantime, please just go and work through. So in the meantime, please just go to the lectures. Yeah, I see the internet is really slow. Go to the lectures, go to week 3, and start working through this video. Okay? Try and recreate this database that I created and try and create that DEM that I created. Okay? I just want to see if this will download. Yeah, this is very slow, very, very slow. Okay, it's saying the data was invaded. Alright, so let me just try and start this again. I'm going to first connect to the database. So let's try that. GeoDatabase, new connection. I'm going to go to OneDrive, OKU, BIM library, GIS. I will also demonstrate how you add these libraries to your own accounts. Projects, Future Africa, data. So I'm going to link that database. I'm going to say open. Skip. Okay, so these are, yeah, there's a problem here. Let me just download this data quickly. Future Africa. So I'm going to make this permanent for now. Always keep on device. Okay, let's see if it'll download it. Sorry everyone, the internet is really slow at the moment. Wow, that is slow. Okay, but this is an important lesson. These files are very large, so just keep the data on your machine that you can, and then the rest just make sure you keep online. Okay, but stick to a data set that you're working on currently. When you're done, you can just remove it. You just say, you untick that box, keep on device, and then it'll put it back in the cloud. Okay. So I can see this is not downloading at all. So there is a massive problem with the internet at the moment. Great. So let's cancel that. I'm going to close that. All right, I'm just going to wait for this to download, and then I'll quickly do this demonstration. Oh, there it's going. It's just very slow. Ah, there we go. There we go. I'm going to pause the stream as well, so we don't have the Control Shift P, I think it was. Control P, Shift P. Okay, no, that doesn't work either. Damn it. Okay, so we're just waiting for the DEM to download. Just go to Future Africa, that's done, so it's just, okay, just the DEM. Okay, let me just get the QGIS information quickly. IT. Chemistry. Management. Okay, I'm going to have to load that book as well, so I'll do that later. Okay guys, we're just waiting for the DEM to download, which is not downloading for some strange reason. Okay, let's just see, F5, should have downloaded. Okay. All right, let me just start without the DEM. Let's open up QGIS again. It's very slow. Okay, start a new project. Okay, so I'm going to use OpenStreetMap just to find where we are. So I'm going to preset the geographical system. This is always important to understand. You need the right geographical system to work in around the area that you're working. It just makes sure that your information is accurate. Okay, so I'm just going to find, yeah, you can see the map is loading very slowly. Okay, Future Africa. Skip for now. Oh, there we go, it's downloading. Okay. All right, Future Africa, set your geographical system. Remember, we had this issue the last time. You have to find the correct, so it's this universal transverse Mercator, whatever system that is, WG. Okay, scroll down, WG84. Remember, this is the system that we use, UTM, it's 55 south. You'll see that the map now is in the right location. Apply the geographical system. Okay. Now I'm going to link my geodatabase, which it has, Future Africa. Now what's great is, guess what? I've given you guys contours. So I've pulled in the contours with one click. I've also set up some project study areas. I can pull those in. So I'm going to pull in my project study. Now this is where you just have to do a little bit of organization, or you have to restyle these layers and properties. I'm just going to restyle these, and I always use this as a favorite, so I'm going to say skip for now. Okay, it's trying to download that, so cancel that. Okay, so I'm just applying these styles to my study areas. Okay, now you can see I've given you guys contours. What's interesting about these contours, they're actually in 3D. So if you export them to AutoCAD or Revit, they're all in 3D. So you can build your terrain instantly. Okay. Guys, this is recorded. If you're in the studio, all of this has been recorded. You can go back. This is just a demo. All right. Okay, so you can see this information is starting to work well. I'm just going to go and pull in this georeferenced image now. It should have downloaded by now. No, it hasn't. Ay. Okay, let me just see. How far is this thing downloading? Okay, so this DM's not happy. All right. Okay, but what's great about this, I can restyle this map now. So I can go to properties very quickly. I can change these to reflect how we use them in our department, so existing or proposed contours. Let me just go back to properties. I don't like that line style that much. Simple lines. I want it to be a solid line. Make it a dashed line, and line weight millimeters 2.5. Press apply, press OK. Then I can also add some labels. So let's just go to properties again. Sorry, wrong command. Properties. I'm going to add some labels to my contours now. Okay, now with labels, it's important. Each layer has a whole data set. You need to pick the right data for it to label. I'm just going to press apply quickly. Done. So there it's labeled all my contours that I managed to get from an open data source. Okay. We refine this data to suit our map that we're exporting. So the scale that the map's going to be exported at, etc., etc., etc. Okay. But you can see I can do quite a large study of this area based on some open source information that I've received. Okay. I just want to see if this image is downloaded yet. Yeah, I can see it's not happening. All right, let me just try one more time. I'll try and drag it in. Okay, these DEMs that we create, they are georeferenced. Okay, they're automatically georeferenced, so they should just come in the right location. Okay, if it allows me to download it. So if it doesn't, I'll just stop the exercise here and you can crack on with today's workshop. Okay. Yeah, I see this. The internet is really slow. Okay. All right, so this will probably crash again, so I'm going to leave it. Close program. Cancel. Let's see if it'll download it now. Nah. Okay, it's not happy. All right, so guys, please carry on with the exercise. You're going to create a database. You're going to try and follow this video and create your own DEM. You're going to save your own database on your own machine. All right. I'm going to stop the live stream now for the class. Okay.